Did you know the man debating Candace Owens is an open Freemason? Andrew Wilson has admitted that himself. He told his audience he was initiated as a Master Mason and, quote, took all of their rights.
Jennifer Maniston. No, I'm sorry. I mean, Man Hathaway.
Exception of being a cisgender male, everything about how I was born has put me at the current center of a damaging and widely accepted myth.
Do you know what this is? Now, if you're a Master Mason, you've probably seen this without realizing that you're seeing it. This is a magic lantern slide, and this here is an actual magic lantern.
Donald Trump is apparently now so terrified for his life amid the war with Iran that when he was golfing this weekend, he had these surface-to-air missile defense systems right along beside him. You can see it right here.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Fish. Hope everybody's doing well. Not going to waste any time, just going to jump straight into things as usual, so viewer discretion is advised, and everything that you see in here is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into it.
Did you know the man debating Candace Owens is an open Freemason? Andrew Wilson has admitted that himself. He told his audience he was initiated as a Master Mason and, quote, took all of their rights.
I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, only for the purposes of trying to explain to you that I have some intricate knowledge in some of the things that Woodcoff has lied about, chiefly his book, The Masons and Their Lies. I was a Freemason, Master Mason. I don't remember exactly how many years. I think 3 or 4 years. Okay. I still have all of my dues cards. I still have the Lodge Bible that was dedicated to me by everybody in the lodge. Okay. I was a Freemason myself.
Why is Turning Point, a so-called Christian organization, hiring a Freemason to help coach them on debating? Why are so many influencers silent on Andrew Wilson's ties to Freemasonry? Is Erica Kirk, who Andrew says he hugged out after Charlie's death, also a Mason? In February of this year, after Charlie's death, Turning Point posted on Instagram someone wearing a Masonic ring. After our podcast posted about it on X yesterday, they immediately deleted it. I guess this is just another coincidence.
Y'all gonna sound reaching. You know I don't care. Look how closely knit these celebrities, these actors, and these Hollywood people are getting to the streamers. Guess what? Funny Mike throws streamer prom, which he always does, right? Well, these past 2 years. I think it was past 2 years. I don't know. Guess who it's sponsored by? Zeus. Oh, let me sponsor you. Let me give you the bag. So now Zeus trying to get a bag to streamers. They already locked in with Dean and them. But bro, y'all got your own world. Stay over there. Y'all promote straight degeneracy on Zeus Network, bro. Like, just look at this page. Subscribe today for $6.99 a month or $6.99 a year and see Zest get knocked out on the floor and women humping each other and fighting, and it's just promoting everything Babylon. Think about this, right? Zeus was generally considered the king of Greek gods, but many stories about Zeus portray him doing things that were considered extremely immoral today. And this is who you following behind. You know what I'm saying? Deception, disguise, punishment, Prometheus. Okay, I don't know, but Prometheus, Zeus punished Prometheus several after Prometheus gave fire to humanity. Anyway, this is the god y'all under.
It's actually pretty wild that I came across the video like this because I've been saying this for a while. Check this video out.
I don't know if the government's putting something in it. I don't know what's going on. I know it sounds crazy, but it's 66 videos. The minute that the needle comes out of my neck, the entire ground shakes. There is serious demonic forces through this whole area. And these two streets are practicing voodoo and Santeria, which I know nothing about because they don't have that in Michigan. But it's past that. The things I have witnessed just in the last 3 months alone, I'm scared to death.
What did you witness?
I'm scared to death.
Now, a lot of people, because she's a drug addict, would dismiss what she's saying by saying, oh, she's just, on drugs, which, even in a court of law, being known as a drug abuser, they consider it mind-altering substances. You're not a valid witness. But I've realized, honestly, these people that are in the streets, whether they're addicts or not, they do see things that a lot of people would not even believe. So I don't know. I kind of believe what she's saying because being somebody that was around the streets for as long as I was, I seen a lot of crazy stuff. But it makes me wonder, is it a lot darker than what a lot of us who aren't in the streets can actually see? Because I believe this is where the devil does most of his work.
I can say personally myself that I've experienced quite a few things, and it was way too real, to say the least.
I cannot. Can we look at. Is anybody buying that this is real? Guys, it's almost as real as Charlie Kirk's hand. That almost looks as real as the moon landing. Talk about Jennifer Aniston. No, I'm sorry. I mean, Mann Hathaway.
Perception of being a cisgender male, everything about how I was born
What was that? A cisgender male? That's how you were born?
has put me at the current center of a damaging and widely accepted myth. That myth is that gayness orbits around straightness, transgender orbits around cisgender, and that all races orbit around whiteness.
Right, man. Just like we are orbiting in space. Really? Okay, just a moment before I go any further. This is really important. Notice how the female is a little more V and the male is a little more flat. Okay, you see?
A lot of people think that this is like the telltale marker, which in a lot of cases it is, but it's not uncommon for some people, like some guys, to have a little bit of a V, but everything else on their body all matches. So that's the thing, is like you need to look at all the markers together, not just one is going to give you everything.
So it's probably nothing but wide or V'd. Wide or V'd. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably, are they flat or are they V'd? I'll take flat for 500. That's more like it. Mann Hathaway. Like, you guys see how mine goes up like you're drawing a V? That's because I'm a woman. But just in case you don't know, a lot of Hollywood celebrities are in the occult. Therefore, they disobey God by worshiping the opposite, which lacks the ability to create. Therefore, that's why they worship and practice and are okay, not just with deception and inversion, but with transgenderism, which is the transhumanism agenda. With transgender, you can't procreate, reproduce, God. But I don't know, I'm just crazy. I'm a conspiracy theorist, right?
Have you got a message for everyone? What would you like to say? Get to soon.
Even children can tell when somebody's crazy and they need to get better soon.
Fox News interviewed me because I denied the COVID vaccine. I was active duty Army when they implemented this mandated vaccine, and I said, and I had a command sergeant major in my face, bent over, made me sit down saying, delete the video, Hovannik, delete the video. And I said, I'll consider it, Sergeant Major, again and again. I was bullied on the internet. I was told I'm a selfish jerk for not getting vaccinated. You guys didn't want to listen. I told you they're spraying the skies with poison. You didn't want to listen. I told you that they're going to fake an alien invasion. You guys still aren't listening. And I've told you that AI comes from the devil, and it's literally going to compromise every single future generation for the rest of time. Because if you use AI on your photos, and you've taken people out or added people or changed the way you've looked, and your grandkids one day go, hey, Mom, is this AI or not? We won't know. And history is then poof. It's nothing. It's whatever they want to make it, which they're already doing, burning the books. They're burning and destroying books right now after AI scans them. We're not losing gravity this Wednesday. Everyone believes it. A lot of grown adults think we'll lose it. This is sea level, not sea curve. We live on a flat, stationary realm. The Antarctic ice walls are just like this. However, they're taller, colder, and there's a lot more snow on them. Wake up. Now, you guys don't think that flat Earth matters, but I'll tell you, the flock cameras are dangerous. So don't justify them and don't stick up for them. The flock cameras are only going to turn this more into a police state. By 2030, don't forget, they want one currency to rule the world and one government. They are conditioning us, and they are setting the stage right now for the one world government and the New World Order. It's literally on your dollar bill. New World Order. I'm Sammy the Kid with Food, Shelter, Water on YouTube, reminding you guys that your government is lying to you. You're born for more than a 9 to 5. The sky is literally the limit, and the earth is flat and stationary. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and hang on tight because gravity might go woo!
Plug me back into the Matrix. Just plug me right back into that bad boy. Oh my God. Just give me football season and pumpkin spice lattes and chili and just buying a better home and nicer cars and credit cards and travel and consume. God, I just wish I didn't know everything I knew. It is so hard to function daily when you know how this whole system operates.
I hate to say it, but that guy is saying how I feel since I found Jesus. Genuinely. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Yeah? I just thought people were crazy. I didn't know they were actually demonized. Knowing that practically everything is spiritual and there are only 2 teams can be somewhat exhausting. If the world hates you, remember it hated me first. Jesus wasn't lying, okay? All of a sudden people hate you for saying his name. That's great. That's a lot of fun. Knowing what's coming up in the end times. Actually, the whole knowledge of Revelations. I could have gone my whole life without that. The reality of hell. And the fact that many people may actually go there. I, again, didn't need to know that. Could have very happily just gone through my life ignoring that possibility. Realising Jesus is the only real God. So all of a sudden, no, I can't sit there and say yours is real or yours is right because I know which one is. And now I lose a lot of friends from a lot of other belief systems because I openly have to say that's actually not the real God. So yeah, finding Jesus, while it is the way, the truth, the life, and it brings you so much peace and joy and love in a worldly sense, it turns it all upside down. And all of a sudden you can't unsee it. You can't unsee what you've seen and you can't unknow what you know. So now I see those spiritual principalities. My friend, I don't just see your problem, I see the spirit behind it. I also know what we've all got coming and how it's going to affect those who don't know Jesus. That's a hard feeling to have. I care about a lot of people out here, and it would make life a lot easier if you just knew Jesus. But no, it looks like I'm going to have to stock up on more food for you too. I'm joking, by the way. I like to have a laugh about these things, but yes, finding Jesus opens your eyes and you can't go back to the 9 to 5 worldly stuff. Once you see it, you can't unsee it again.
Facts.
All of a sudden, the worldly stuff means nothing. None of it means anything. All the goals I had out the window. Who cares about that car or the house? No, now I just need to make sure that I and people I love get to heaven. And obviously the knowledge that we are in a war. We're in a spiritual war, and we've been in this war since we were born. It's great to have this knowledge now at 31 years old. Had I known this at 10, I'd have been more prepared. Yeah, the guy nailed it. Sometimes having a lot more insight and knowledge into things can be quite isolating and quite depressing. However, now we know the truth, Jesus is king, we have a chance. Yay!
Damn.
Everything? Okay. Continue stealing!
Yes, this is real. He posted this.
I had to change the background music
Caption for why.
for copyright issues, but it's the Austin Powers theme song.
I hate him so much.
Christmas, baby! Ah!
If that's real and not AI, that's pretty crazy and cool at the same time.
Do you know what this is? Now, if you're a Master Mason, you've probably seen this without realizing that you're seeing it. This is a magic lantern slide, and this here is an actual magic lantern, along with my brother Danny. We are here at Idaho Springs Lodge in Colorado, and I've never actually seen an actual magic lantern. This is an early slide projector, and when Masons are delivering the degrees and the lectures, in order to illustrate the different symbols and the different parts of the story in the Masonic degrees, they've got these slides. And you guys, Danny, you guys have them all here. There's a whole stack of them for all 3 degrees. I've seen images of these that are projected onto like a modern television, but I've never actually seen a working magic lantern. So does this turn on?
Turn it on.
This is nerdy.
And then I will put the slide in, and I'll probably do it upside down or backwards.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Did it come out?
Yeah. Yes. And there's King Solomon's Temple right there.
I know so many of you in the comment section want to believe that Paris Hilton is a good friend, a good person, a good wife, and a good mother. But it's the ties. It's the connection she has that kind of make me go, It's more than just her family connections to P. Diddy, in which she attended every one of his parties that she could. And it seemed to be that the entire family loved him dearly. But what also concerned me was her connections to Rachel Chandler. I mean, they're hanging all over each other, so wouldn't you assume that they're kind of close? And who was Rachel Chandler? And what about her connections to Naomi Campbell? I mean, this does look like a close friendship, right? You know, Naomi Campbell, the Blood Diamond recipient, the one who has connections to all the modeling agency and all the elites. What about Paris Hilton and Ivanka Trump's partying days in St. Tropez? Wasn't St. Tropez listed in some other files? It seems to be the A-lister getaway, and I want to know why. I often have asked myself now, what would a good girl like Paris Hilton be doing next to a man like Joe Francis? Does anybody remember him? The man who made the Kardashians famous? And it did seem like, at one point in time, Joe had a lot to say about the women who surrounded him. But for some reason, for the last decade, he's been hunted by the mob. And we can't forget that Clive Davis was his mentor. Now, who was Clive Davis again? We also can't forget that she was BFFs with Tara Reid. And does anybody remember what happened to Tara Reid the night of P. Diddy's 35th birthday party? I believe on this night, her entire career was ruined. And it really makes you wonder who else was there to help push things along. But Tara Reid wasn't the only female celebrity that Paris Hilton had
long neck
run-ins with, I'd say. There were many, many others. Stay tuned for part 3.
These white supremacists just went viral, claiming that Jews are trying to destroy the West. Shoot, did I say white supremacists? I meant one of Bibi's top rabbis.
Because the most powerful nations in the world have to go down to their knees. That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America. That's what's going to happen to Germany. That's what's going to happen to France. That's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. That's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. That's what's going to happen to North Korea. They're all going to go down to their knees and all see Hashem. As long as they keep helping us, they'll get a bracha. And they're not going to go down their knees. They're going to get a little more time.
Man, these Jewish rabbis really got to stop living out these anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. It's getting out of control.
It says that if you don't tip at Shake Shack, they make it more expensive per item, so we're about to find out.
We got cookies and cream.
Okay, let's see.
And we got vanilla with card.
Okay, there it is.
See that? Let's see, check out. And then say, no. Right here, no.
Uh-oh, there's been a pricing update on one or more of your card items. Please review.
Everything jumped.
Everything just went up. 50
Wow.
cents.
That's nuts.
I smell a lawsuit. I don't understand how these companies could be charging $30 for a burger and a drink and you still can't pay your employees correctly.
There was a couple videos ago I posted where they were charging people, I think like 9 cents to take items off whatever they ordered, which doesn't make any sense.
We say no to tipping a kiosk and you're like, fine, we'll just raise the price. What the f is that? It's a robot. What am I tipping it for? Hey, thanks for staying in one spot. Why are we tipping robots? Am I giving them money to go watch Robot Wars? Do they have dreams and aspirations? Are they trying to go to robot school to learn how to do the robot as a dance move? I don't know why we're tipping machines. Or companies that make millions and billions of dollars a year in profit. Like, this is a global chain. There's chains now charging $30 for a pasta dish like Olive Garden. And the chicken's not even legit. It's not made fresh. It's not a raw chicken breast thrown on the grill right then and there. No. The pasta's not homemade egg pasta noodle. No. I went to Italy. I got all of that all made on the thing. $6 for the pasta, $10 for the chicken, $16 for an all homemade chicken parm with Alfredo. And I couldn't tip. They wouldn't let me tip. They charged a thing called Caperto. The bill was $1,000. I still only paid $4 in a Caperto charge, between $2 to $5. Wow. And then you punish the consumer saying, oh, really? Hey, listen, if you don't want to tip us, that's fine. We'll just mark up your prices. At this point, everyone just start going and cooking at home. Watch every business go out of business. That's it. That's it. Done. I mean, we already do this. We've probably been out maybe 10 times last year and five times last year, 10 times this year. That's it. And I'm not talking like going out to eat at a fancy restaurant. I'm talking I stopped and grabbed a sandwich with a fry and a drink. That's what I'm talking about. We cook all day. We meal prep and everything. I recommend everyone else do it too. Save your money. These people don't give a shit.
Don't you run from me. Get it all out. Let it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Don't you run. Don't you run from me.
That's messed up.
Don't you
Dr. T, and this is what is amazing. This man can dance. P. Diddy can sing. The man looks like a goofball dancing. Anybody can see the man looks like a retarded when he's dancing. The man can't read music. The man can't write music, but he's a music mogul. At the gate, a gatekeeper with all artists who can sing better than him, dance better than him, write music better than him, stealing other black people artists' music, children, putting glass bottles in women's vaginas, humiliating his own black people in the ass for fame and fortune, humiliation rituals. So, and none of you black people ask any questions about this shit. This man, P. Diddy, only has what he has because he's a member of a certain bloodline. There's 3 of them that come from W.E.B. Du Bois, Carter Woodson, and Booker T. Washington. And he's been given this because these 3 sold us out for the enrichment of their own 3 bloodlines. They're called the Boule. They started in Tuskegee. That was the blood sacrifice where they brainwashed us to butcher our own people and gave them doctor's degrees and money and shit for butchering their own people. Then they moved it to this shit. And this shit has never stopped. These people are cannibalizing on their own people. P. Diddy is part of the bloodline, the Black Skull and Bones, the Boule. And that's the only reason why this dumb ass is allowed to succeed. And it is amazing to me that you black people can't figure out that's why these people have to keep you angry at white people. They have to keep you blaming white people because you could find out that it wasn't white people. It was your own damn people that sold you out. and they're prospering now. Morons, Dr. T.
Like super satisfying with the sound. It's an awesome skill. Just takes a lot of time to do.
Okay, the timing was absolutely ridiculous on this one. The eclipse was due to start at around 7:15 tonight, and at almost bang on 7:15, this plane decided to fly directly across the sun. What a coincidence. So yeah, we kind of missed the start of the eclipse, but it only lasted for about 25 minutes before the sun and moon moved out of the direction of the plane chemtrail. But can someone explain this to me, right? These are two photos right here that I took, and they're just about 20 minutes apart during the eclipse. Now, forget everything you've been taught just for a second and look. How has the angle of the moon against the sun changed that much in 20 minutes? You can literally see it coming from one side, and then 20 minutes later, the moon is coming from the other side. Like, I know that they're going to say rotation or orbit, but like watching it happen with your own eyes is just bizarre, in my opinion. Like, if you're a globe believer or a flat earth, like, I want to know your opinions. Why did we see it go from there to there? Or was I just, I don't know, hallucinating? But as always, the eclipse has given me more questions than it has answers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, beautiful people. And I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
I don't know for sure, but I just have this feeling that whatever is doing the eclipses over like the sun or the moon or whatever it is not actually like another planet. I think it's something that they know about but aren't telling us. And I haven't been able to find out anything, but I don't know. I just got like this gut feeling that it's something that we don't know about. And it always reminds me, whenever I hear of an eclipse or see one, it always reminds me of that song by Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun. I don't know if there's something to that, but I think there could be a good possibility.
During this time, Ariana was in a highly publicized relationship with rapper Mac Miller. A few months after their breakup, Miller was found dead in his home on September 7th, 2018, in mysterious circumstances. Some people immediately blamed Ariana for his death, causing her to temporarily restrict comments on her social media accounts. However, when one looks deeper into this story, things get stranger. His untimely death was bizarrely foreshadowed in his final video, Self-Care, where he is seen trapped in a coffin and carving the words, Memento Mori, meaning, remember that you have to die. The day before his death, Miller posted this picture on Instagram featuring an unmistakable one-eye sign. Did the occult elite hint at an industry sacrifice? Watch the full video on Ariana Grande and the dark side of the entertainment industry on Vigilant Citizen's YouTube channel.
What do you think the White House was trying to say when they posted this on their X account? Take a look.
I removed the music for copyright issues. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's just random jokes. I'm pretty sure they usually always tell us something without directly telling us something.
I don't know what y'all think, but that was a trip. It started out with a UFO flying over the White House. 1 + 1 + 1 = 3 wins. Him and JD Vance chasing him through the White House. And then looked like maybe Mitch McConnell speaking and he takes his face off and it's a robot. Like, it reminded me very much so of a Simpsons style cartoon.
Me too.
But what kind of message are they trying to send here, y'all?
I think if anything, it's maybe a message to the rest of them that, like, maybe they're moving to the next step or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to have some sort of hidden meaning to it to other members of their stupid club.
Yeah, it sounds so...
Fires everywhere all of a sudden. Completely random though, right? Yeah, that's a strange face.
Tell me which one of these men is Palm Beach Pete?
The right.
This one. This is supposed to be Jeffrey Epstein. This man is real estate mogul Peter Samel, also known as Palm Beach Pete. Now, everyone has been going crazy ever since Palm Beach Pete has shown up. They say that it's actually Jeffrey Epstein, and AI models has found a 98% match between him and Jeffrey. Also, Pete is 71 years old, and Jeffrey Epstein would be 73. This is Jeffrey Epstein over here on the left. They look a little crooked, and this is Palm Beach Pete over here on the right. But what if he just got his teeth straightened a little bit right here? Not to mention, we now have emails showing that Jeffrey Epstein actually had plans or did have a plastic surgery done. Palm Beach Pete was also located in New York City the same time that Jeffrey was having all of these parties there. Here's Palm Beach Pete driving a very luxurious car, and here is Jeffrey Epstein, what looks like the same identical car. Look at the leather. Now you may think this is Epstein, right? And his luxurious private jet, but no, it's Palm Beach Pete. And this is a picture of Jeffrey Epstein's private jet. Look at that. Looks identical. I'm not here to tell you that Palm Beach Pete is Jeffrey Epstein, but some tattoos, not even to mention on Facebook, Palm Beach Pete follows Jeffrey Epstein's family. Also, Andrew Epstein and Palm Beach Pete went to the same college. This is a picture of it. Before Palm Beach Pete even got started, there was a man that actually lived in Florida that was named Palm Beach Pete, and he was a fisherman. This is a video of him. Lots of people thought he may have been killed or died or something because he wasn't getting on his YouTube anymore, so he made this video. This is a picture of the video, and telling people that, hey, I'm not dead. Here's a picture of his YouTube. This is a clip or picture from the first video we ever seen of Palm Beach Pete. Someone was driving along the interstate in Florida and saw this man that looked like Jeffrey Epstein, and so they took a picture of him and threw it out there for the internet, and the internet went crazy. But my question is this. Here's a man in Europe. Now, this is not Palm Beach Pete. This is in Europe. And Palm Beach Pete said that this was not him. Now, here he is in a car, a man that looks identical to Jeffrey Epstein. What if in all reality this is an entire psyop to make everyone look at Palm Beach Pete, a man that looks identical to Jeffrey Epstein, when in all reality Jeffrey Epstein never died and he's actually living in Europe? We've seen multiple pictures of a man that looks just like Jeffrey Epstein in Europe. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think.
Could be possible.
Where, but there was a total solar eclipse that just happened very recently, and it swept all through Europe. So this guy in Austria recorded the eclipse, and he couldn't see evidence of the moon being in front of the sun at all. Do you really think that's the moon eclipsing the sun? Because if the moon was a physical rock, then you would simply see a rock in front of the moon. But you don't. The sun just becomes black. And have you heard of the impossible eclipse? It's a lunar eclipse where the sun and the moon are both over the horizon, but the moon still becomes eclipsed. This has happened many, many times throughout history.
Weird.
And according to the globe model, a lunar eclipse is when the Earth is directly in between the sun and the moon. So if they're both over the horizon at the same time, then that's not possible. That's why it's called an impossible eclipse. And also Google the three-body problem. We can perfectly predict the orbit of the Earth around the sun, but when we add the third body, the moon, we actually can't predict the orbit of these three. Entertainment only.
Trump, USA, the entire people living in the United States of America, you need to listen to what I have to say in this video till the end about Sharia law and Islamic takeover. Right now, there is already an Islamic takeover in a third world country called Nigeria, and Christians are constantly being persecuted by radical Islamic terrorists every single day, and there is nothing being done about it. And the whole world is completely ignoring what is going on. Right now, I want the whole world to wake up. If you are from Ireland, Irish people, Poland, you need to protect yourself. As of right now, people are constantly being unalived by radical Islamic terrorists, and there is nothing being done about it. What President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the radical ruler of Islamic regime, who is the president of Nigeria, is planning to do is to go and meet Trump at the White House. This is insane, and the whole world is silent about it. The more you keep silent about this, the more you are guilty as well. The whole world, wake up.
People are saying that a member of Morgan Wallen's band transformed into a demon. Just watch his face. You look at his face, it's hard not to think he didn't shapeshift. Closer you look, the more he doesn't look human.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a glitch at all.
We all know in the music industry that these artists are surrounded by demons and shapeshifters. Recently, people have been reporting been seeing shapeshifters at concerts. People that look nothing like a human at certain points during the show. We know that these concerts are mass rituals to harvest the crowd's energy and even put spells on the people that attend them. You go to a concert, just be careful. You may unknowingly be a part of something very dark. As always, stay weird.
We all knew this was coming, but it is finally illegal to be white in Canada. Check this out. I woke up this morning to this message from Hostinger saying that they seized my domain, my website, all the funds in my account due to illegal activity. Now don't worry, I messaged the shipping company and our merch people and they said you sell t-shirts. There's nothing illegal with that they are placing all the orders for everyone that ordered. I am personally spending the money that I don't have to make sure everyone gets their products. My reputation means a lot more to me than a couple $1,000, so I hope you guys love this merch. However, I messaged Hostinger and said, what is going on right now? They sent me back to an AI chatbot because it takes 4 days to speak to a real person. And they said due to Canada's new law, Bill C9, which is the Online Hatred Act, and on my website, I said that it's proud to be white, or I'm a proud white Canadian, that is now deemed as white supremacy under this Bill C9 Act. So if I were to make a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, or I'm proud to be black, it would have been fine, or proud to be Asian, or proud to be Indian, but because I said I'm proud to be white, I've lost everything from that merch drop. So I'll keep you guys posted, but the proof is in the pudding, guys. It is now illegal to be proud and white. So you better hang your head and then lift it back up again and tell them to go fuck themselves, because we are not backing down this time.
Seriously, what is happening right now? Have you seen this new footage that was released of the 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Colombia? This is horrific.
Wow, dude just got out of his car before it got hit. That's nuts.
And check this guy out. Like, must be one of the most luckiest people alive right now. His car got destroyed.
That's nuts.
Instantly. But yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think's happening with all these events right now.
Harpening.
Fictional's a dinosaur, baby.
For those who are marked by God, welcome. Today we're discussing the demonic music industry with one of your favorites, Billie Eilish.
I gotta sell my soul, cause I can't say no, I can't say no.
Straight up tells you she owes Satan for all she's achieved. Pay attention to this image right here. It's going to make sense shortly. Throughout the video, it just depicts her being possessed, even floating. Then she says, bury your friend. She wants to end, yo. You see her dark lyrics and repeat. You repeating these lyrics will cause you to cast a spell on yourself. This song speaks death on you. Scripture says death and life are in the power of the tongue. The previous video rolls into this one, where angel wings are sprouting out of her back after they injected her. Then it shows her falling from heaven. She is depicting herself as a fallen angel.
My Lucifer is lonely.
This line is just absolutely demonic. She says the good girls go to hell and then addresses the Most High as a woman. Since there are no women gods, she's worshiping a demon. She says pearly gates look more like a picket fence once you get inside them. She got friends but can't invite them. So she's saying she associates with demons. But waters rise and heaven's out of sight. She'll want the devil on her team. Being on the same side as the devil is not anything good.
My God is gonna hold me. There's nothing left to say.
Family, we gotta tighten up. They ain't even subliminal about it no more. It's just open devil worship. Get in your scripture to take the armor of God and lock in. I love y'all, family. Might have to make a part 2 on this one. I'm gonna see y'all next time.
You bully him? Well, I don't know him. You're lying. Y'all go to school together?
Yeah.
At
he
school?
Was bullying me.
What did he say, baby?
He talking about my clothes and saying how dirty my clothes is, knowing I don't have my clothes out.
You know, I'm a single parent. I do the best I can, you know. There's no reason for him to be bullying my child. And I don't raise him to be that way, because we come from the struggle, and he know that. I come from the struggle. So you don't ever pick at nobody. I done told you about that. So what you gonna do since you want to bully him and talk about his shoes? Take off your shoes and give him them $300 Jordans I brought. Take them off. I don't take them off and give them to him right now.
That's good parenting right there.
Now take off your shoes, baby. Take off your shoes and give them them. Give them now. It don't matter. You don't know what this baby been through. You don't pick at nobody. Give him them shoes. I don't give a damn. Give him them shoes. And now you going to wear them tomorrow to school so people can pick at you. You going to wear them tomorrow. You going to wear them. I'm sorry, because I don't raise him like that.
I'm just wear my other ones.
No, you ain't. You going to wear them. Get them. Get them right now. Get them. And if he say anything else to you, baby, you don't hesitate to come over here. And I got something for you. I'm going to give you some of his clothes, too. Hold on, I'll be back. I got you going to get some bullet people. Now go on. Go on in the house. You want to bullet people? You ain't the best. You don't have, we done been through hell and back. And I ain't raised you to be that way. We come from the projects, from being homeless to Section 8, all that. And now we done finally got something. You don't pick at people. That's right. Because we can go back there one day. Now go on in the house. I'm going to give you some clothes. And you ever tell them sorry.
I'm sorry.
And you better mean it. Now come on, you ain't getting them shoes back. You hold on, I'm gonna give you some stuff. Thank y'all, hold on.
Why you gotta get my clothes?
You go in the house, cause you ain't going with me.
I ain't gonna lie, that's exactly how you handle a situation like that. Exactly how you handle it, man, cause hard as times is, man, you can't be out here making fun of other kids cause you done came up. She taught him a good lesson. That was good. I liked it.
Donald Trump is apparently now so terrified for his life amid the war with Iran that when he was golfing this weekend, he had these surface-to-air missile defense systems right along beside him. You can see it right here, zoomed in, and Donald Trump is golfing right over here. So you can see this a little clearer right here. Here are the missile defense systems. Here's Donald Trump. This appears to be an ANTWQ-1 Avenger short-range air defense system. Obviously very odd to see around the president while he's on the golf course. And Trump was certainly very afraid of what was flying over him in this space. NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, said that its F-16 fighter jets had intercepted 2 general aviation aircraft before confirming that a third aircraft also triggered an alert as Trump was preparing to depart the area. And as this Fox News article notes, pilots and the public were also told that U.S. Army ground-based defense assets may be present in the area. And so now we appear to have visual confirmation of that here. Trump's apparently taking these threats very seriously. If you remember a few weeks back when he ended up ditching that Qatar-bought plane and instead used the other Air Force One jet because the Qatar jet did not have the proper missile defense systems installed. Well, now everywhere Trump goes, he seems to be living in fear over a potential attack. There were also recent reports by checking the flight trackers that every time Trump is playing golf now at Bedminster, he has an E3 Sentry overhead, kind of keeping watch to keep him safe.
Well, this guy might be fired for what he did. This guy's about to give his little team a little pep talk for the Little League World Series, but not the kind of pep talk you're used to hearing.
I'm so proud of you. I've known you since you were 8. Not a lot of people get to see the fruit of the labor that you put in. Right? Remember Zacchaeus in the Bible? Someone planted that tree 30, 40 years prior so you could climb up into it. Salvation, we're talking salvation. This is a baseball game. Right? Yeah. If you watch the next 5 guys, Jesus is still Lord. If you strike out the next 5 guys, guess what? Jesus is still Lord. Okay? I love you. Have some fun.
You heard him. That's a massive W. No matter what is happening in your life, Jesus Christ is still king. He's still got an answer. He can still heal you. His promises are still true. And he still promises to take you up there if you belong to him. National television, he says this. This is the kind of stuff that I freaking love because it gives Christians hope.
The Illuminati, there's some mystery about it, people that ran the world. It was politicians, but David said most countries, the politicians get elected for 4 years or 8 years, separate from the royal families in England or in the Middle East. Someone's there for 4 years and then they're not there anymore. The most important people to have stability and consistency would be businessmen. So he formed this trilateral commission of businessmen and politicians from 3 major continents. So it was the North Americans, the Europeans, and the Asians. So he said to me, would you like to be on the Trilateral Commission? Now, I was 30 years old, 32 years old. I said, great.
This has got to be one of the most unusual neighborhoods in the world. Opened in 1964, it's one of the best-known examples of Denmark's Kolonihav culture. Located just outside Copenhagen, this is Brandby Haveby. The idea itself began in the late 1800s, and it was simple. Give city workers access to fresh air, gardens, and a place to grow their own food. From above, the neighborhood looks like a collection of giant circles. Each one is divided into 24 wedge-shaped plots. But from ground level, it doesn't feel unusual at all. Now, the circular design, it wasn't by accident. It was built on the idea that neighbors are more likely to interact when their homes face a shared green space rather than a straight street. Hedges separate each property, giving them privacy without making them feel isolated. The design even helps reduce traffic. Without long, straight roads cutting through the neighborhood, it stays quieter, slower, and safer for people out walking around.
That's pretty cool.
The more you know.
Goodbyes, just know that I will find my way from you, like flowers from a tomb, while you decide who you are, and I can
Wide shoulders on all of them.
like shadows on the moon. It's all bad news. Yeah, I hate that I made you laugh.
All right, so my theory is the reason why all these women in Hollywood are turning into absolute skeletons is this is a ritual. This is a ritual to show that Hollywood is dying. It's literally dying. As above, so below, revelation of the method. Hollywood has sucked this country dry and millions of victims for decades. And so now that they're pushing it out there for everyone to see, and then they're going to try to, promote this as the new trend. This is the sick thing that Hollywood does, that the weirdo occults do. It's revelation of the method. It's as above, so below. So if they've been doing this behind closed doors, sucking people dry for years, this is the physical manifestation of it. And that's they're putting it on display, putting it in everybody's faces to make us glorify death.
Today's king of the day ran into a burning building, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 5 times to rescue 5 children. Watch.
6-year-old girl and a 23-year-old male still missing in the house somewhere. Come here. Are you Xavion?
That's everybody.
Get up.
All right. Go for it.
Hey man, I know you're hurt. There's nobody else inside the house, right? Okay, we got these 3 girls and then the little girl that you brought out. Okay. What's your name?
Nicholas Boston.
All right, we're just gonna keep talking, okay?
Is the baby okay? Please tell me that baby's okay.
Yeah,
Nicholas Bostic was out delivering what I think was pizza in that neighborhood. And he comes upon this house that is fully involved in flames. Neighbor says there's 5 children inside the house alone. Most people would have said, I'm gonna wait for something, but not our king. He kicks in the front door and begins pulling children all out of the house. He gets to number 4, he finds out there's another one upstairs. He runs through flames and smoke to get to that baby, breaks through a window with his arm, cutting it wide open to the point he needed a tourniquet, and then jumps out the window with the baby, carrying her to safety.
Awesome.
I was a firefighter for almost 15 years at 2 different departments. The size of the balls on this man are monumental. I knew a lot of firefighters that would be in full gear in an air pack and still wouldn't have done what he did. And for doing this, sir, for not only risking your life, but he saved them, by the way, saving all 5 of those children. You, sir, are our king of the day, and we salute you. Great job, Nicholas.
Wait, I'm sorry. Erica Kirk said what?
I have respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry, not because they're degrading women or anything like that, but because that's their field and they are professionals. So I give them credit for being able to have a job and make money and stimulate the economy that way. We live in a free country, so if you want to watch it, turn on your pay-per-view.
For those of you wondering, yes, this clip is real. It's from her Miss Arizona USA interview in 2012. Just crazier and crazier to me that these two fell in love and got married. Because Charlie had a very opposite view than turn on your pay-per-view when it came to this topic. He believed it was harmful, addictive, predatory, and destructive to individuals and families.
In my opinion, I think they're both just characters playing their parts in a realistic theater.
Hey, maybe her views changed, and that's why she's qualified to be running a large Christian conservative organization. What do you think? As always, let me know down below.
Alrighty, folks, I gotta wrap this one up. If you made it to the end, thank you. I appreciate you very much, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Peace.